Welcome to Movie Life Crisis. Join us as we watch the best movies from 30 years ago.
Jesus, I didn't know it was going. I thought we were
Just
waiting.
listen to the whole thing. All right, here we go.
The lawyers at your firm sure seem accident prone. No lawyer has ever left your law firm alive.
Why are you asking questions about dead lawyers?
Do you know what's going on here? We keep each other's secrets.
If we run, they find us.
I know you'll do your best to protect the firm. Won't you, Mitch?
Get out of there. They know. Get out.
Tom Cruise, The Firm, rated R. Now playing at theaters.
I'm sorry you had to listen to that twice. I didn't know.
Oh, that was a great Diabetes commercial.
Wilford Brimley. I loved him in that thing that I saw him in.
Wilford Brimley's great. I like how no matter what age he is, he looks exactly the same. He's just got his big hound dog face and his big giant bushy mustache. His glasses that auto darken in the sun.
Yeah. It's like, why is he's wearing sunglasses inside? No, they're just always tinted like that.
Movie Life Crisis, Season 3, Episode 9, The Firm.
Man, I tried to watch this not on HBO Max. I was going to, quote, borrow it from the internet so that way I could play it back at a faster speed for the second watch through. And it turns out I didn't have time for the first watch through until today. But in addition to that, I downloaded 6 different movies before I got The Firm with Tom Cruise from 1993. Turns out there's a lot of workout videos and other types of videos with stepmoms and people like that.
A couple of Nas albums.
Yes.
Yeah, I watched it on HBO Max. I powered through.
I also watched it with HBO Max eventually because this was not working.
I don't think I could do the watch it at a higher speed. I can listen to stuff that way, but I don't think I could watch a movie that way.
I only do that when I want to watch it twice because when I get to the end and I'm like, I don't have any best characters or best scenes.
Yeah.
I want to go back and watch it again, but I don't want to just look at highlights on the internet. I just hit it all the way through. Watch the whole movie in an hour.
Cool. So anyway, Season 3, Episode 9, The Firm. Tom Cruise, based on the John Grisham novel, which at the time, if you remember the early 90s, like Jeff and I do, this book was huge.
Huge.
Time to Kill was his first one. The Firm was his second novel, but The Firm was the one that really took off. And then after that, A Time to Kill also went. But dude, this thing was on the New York Times bestseller list for the entire year, 47 weeks.
That's pretty crazy.
Back in the day when you couldn't just purchase your way on there like you can now.
Can you really?
Oh, yeah.
Is that really a thing? I had no idea. So it's just like the J.D. Power and Associates thing. You just pay for it?
Yeah, well, it's based on sales, but so book companies will just buy 10,000 copies of hardback books and put them in a storage unit and then sell them on eBay, and that gets you on the list. And then it's hey, I'm a New York Times bestseller. Plus the bestseller list itself, instead of just being top 10, now has 75 categories. So it's bestseller Asian American cookbooks, on Amazon. I'm 76th in this category you never heard of.
So it's like our podcast when I tell people we're really huge.
Yeah, we're number 7 in Holland.
There's only 7 in Holland.
Worldwide, bitches. The point is that this movie was huge and this book was huge. But the weird thing is, looking back at it, it's good, but it's not I looked at our list for this year and I was like, oh, dude, Sleepless in Seattle this year. I forgot about that. I can't wait to do that.
Yeah.
I don't need to go back and watch The Firm. I've seen Sleepless in Seattle 15 times since that movie came out.
Right.
That's kind of weird. It made a ton of money. I thought it was really good, but it made
it's also
no
packed
impact
with people though.
It's packed with people.
Tom Cruise is in it, and that's.
But I'm saying even Dazed and Confused, which made $6 million, people still talk about it. I don't think anyone's still talking about The Firm.
When I mentioned it in the hallway that I was doing it, the lady who teaches next to me was like, "That's on HBO Max. We just watched it 2 weeks ago." I was like, "All right."
Good for her.
You remember Wilford Brimley's the bad guy? I was like, nope, didn't remember that, but thanks.
Oh, I remember how this ends. It turns out that
hey, all right. Tom Cruise is in this, right on.
Yeah, dude, did you remember this movie at all?
Yes, I remembered it, and I remembered the book, but I didn't remember how it ended and all that stuff. I didn't remember.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Well, the book and the movie ended differently, so I'm glad I didn't remember.
I also think my problem was my mom likes to read, so she would be like, "Oh, yeah, you should read the book first because I bet the book's better." She's always that person. And I tried. I read the book, and then I saw the movie. Then I think I saw the movie again since then, but I think I meshed them all together in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I didn't realize it was that different until I watched it and then looked at the difference on the internet.
Yeah, same. Well, we talked about for our calendar, Movie Life Crisis, this season 3, it's like we got Pelican Brief and The Firm both come out in this calendar year, and both of them are top 10 movies with really big, like Tom Cruise, Denzel Washington, Julia Roberts. I was like, I don't really want to like not do The Sandlot or something to do The Pelican. We don't want to do both of them.
Right.
Even though they made a ton of money and
both
had really
are John
famous.
Grisham. Yeah,
But and I feel like after having watched The Firm, which I think is the better of the two, made more money, I think is the right call. Like I would rather watch some of the smaller movies, even like So I Married an Axe Murderer. I would rather watch that than another John Grisham movie based into that did really well.
Looking forward, unless you want to make the Pelican Brief like the bonus Halloween episode, I don't want to change any of them because I like all the ones coming up.
No, we even talked about trying to do the 93 Super Mario Brothers movie, which was horrible, but people still kind of talk about it, and they just came out with a new one. We're like, maybe we could squeeze that in somewhere.
Yeah. Dude, and we're leaving off a bunch of them. I mean,
we're leaving off a bunch.
Striking Distance and...
No, we did Striking Distance with Schindler's List. You just didn't watch it.
Right. No, I'm just saying, like, stuff like Life with Mikey and Free Willy and all that, we're leaving out.
Life with Mikey, I know.
I love that song. Me too. What were you playing?
What were you playing? But yeah, this is the number 5 movie on the year. It's the most successful John Grisham adaptation ever. $270 million gross on a $40 million budget. Tom Cruise, Sidney Pollack directs. Gene Hackman, Ed Harris, Holly Hunter, Wilford Brimley. The freaking composer is an Oscar winner. Like, it was a huge movie that did really well. But I'm actually my main takeaway afterwards was like, it was good, it was fine, but like, no, I don't. It made no impact in the 30 years since it's been released. And a lot of the stuff we're looking at that made no money, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I just still remember them.
Yeah. I don't.
Looking at the huge melons that got
Genshin. Nobody's quoting this movie.
Yeah, I'm not quoting The Firm.
The other thing too is I know it's supposed to be like a thriller, a legal thriller, and you're supposed to know who done it. There's no like courtroom scenes, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no, they're tax lawyers. There never is a courtroom. There's never a judge.
Right. I don't like that. I don't know.
Well, let's I don't know. Let's just do the synopsis and get into it.
Let's do it.
Ahead of ourselves.
The Firm is a legal thriller film released in 1993 and directed by Sidney Pollack. Tom Cruise plays the lead character, Mitch McDear, a young and ambitious lawyer who is recruited by a prestigious law firm in Memphis. However, he soon discovers that the firm has ties to organized crime and must navigate dangerous waters to survive. Dun, dun, dun. Except... Yeah, that dun 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 has way too many instruments because we all know it was just a piano through the whole gosh darn movie.
$42 million budget, $270 million gross, number 5 on the year. Did all right. Did pretty good. Dude, huge movie. I mean, I don't know. Did you find any awards?
So there's 2 Academy Award nominations. Holly Hunter had Best Supporting Actress, who she lost to Anna Paquin in The Piano. She actually won that year's Best Actress, though. Holly Hunter did for the same film, which is ridiculous.
It's completely ridiculous.
Yeah, the Best Original Score, losing to John Williams for Schindler's List / Striking Distance.
Dude, as well they should have.
Yeah. For me, I don't understand why this was even nominated. It was bothering me, but
I think just because how big the movie was. I think the Oscar nominations are kind of based on, are you a huge movie that everyone talks about? I mean, and they're also kind of like, they're very much like you got to be in the in group, like you got to be the cool kids club to be nominated for stuff. I
mean, that's why I don't really watch those anymore. But like, so there was like soundtrack songs, but man, most of it was on the whole thing was on piano. And he was going for the percussive, like, and like, he just
it was crazy. Dave Grusin, who's a jazz composer and a film score guy, who's won Oscars before and was nominated for this movie. When the movie was happening in my head, I was going, this guy definitely scored Sneakers because it's exactly how that movie was.
Did he?
No, he didn't. But I just...
it does sound similar.
It just sounded it was the same like piano, percussion, like...
Yeah.
It was like a dark minor Randy Newman, like, I'm going to play what you feel right now on the screen. And it was There was times when it was really like,
man,
dude, that piano's like 5 times louder than it should be. But there's times when I was like, I really like that. That part was awesome.
Yeah, it does. When they play suspenseful music, it was definitely a suspenseful time.
Yeah, they just need to turn it way down. But I really liked what he was doing.
When you said Randy Newman, it reminded me, Cece's been doing this thing where she walks around the house just singing what everybody's doing. And all I could think of is freaking Family Guy. Red-haired lady walking over, picking an apple, wipes it on a shirt. Oh, man. The whole time I was just like, and part of it was okay. But, man, it was so much of just the piano.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
I liked it. I got it in my best.
Nice.
But sequels, spinoffs. I found a TV show spinoff that was in 2012, one season.
Yeah.
And there's actually a book sequel coming out this year, October 2023.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Going to be published in hardback, picking up Mitch McDear, The Adventures of Mitch McDear 30 years later.
Really? That's crazy.
Yep.
The TV show, I was actually, I don't watch the whole thing, but I remember watching episodes of it. I really like, what's his name? Josh Lucas, I think, is the guy who played the lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah. Do you remember when and where you first saw this?
I am 99% sure I saw this at home, like a HBO Cinemax Showtime thing.
Yeah.
Dude, thinking about it, though, I think I remember renting it also. And did this have like you know how like Johnny Mnemonic was like a bright orange tape and some of those Nickelodeon tapes were bright orange? I think this one was like purple or something. I feel like I remember it being a different color.
It's blue.
Nice. What color blue? A dark blue?
No, it's like a kind of a royal blue.
Nice. Oh, I see it. Yeah. I feel like I remember that. I don't know why I remember that.
That's funny. I definitely did not remember that. I must have rented this too because I was too young to see it in the theaters, but I went through the phase in my like junior high years, which would have been right around this time where it's like if it was a thriller, I wanted to watch it. If like stuff was going to explode or like someone was going to run really fast, I probably was going to rent that.
Right.
So I know I must have. But also I read these books too. I mean, I was a teenager when it came out, but I liked that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So I read The Firm, I read The Time to Kill, I read Pelican Brief. I read all the John Grisham stuff until he was about 10 books in, and I realized he was kind of out of ideas, and that was like 25 years ago, and he's still writing books.
Yeah, still doing the same thing.
Good for him, by the way, but I was like, I think I'm good.
Yeah, I can remember reading this book. I don't know that I've read any other John Grisham books.
I know I read the first 10 to 12, and I was like, oh, he's kind of doing the same thing over and over again, and then I kind of stopped. But yeah, so I don't really have any. I have no like firm memories of this movie, even as I was watching it. And the crazy thing is,
firm memories.
Firm. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, just like, I mean, the highest grossing R-rated film in 93, the biggest John Grisham adaptation ever, Oscar nominations, like a great cast, great director, great film composer. I just like, I don't know, it's just so weird to me how much this movie completely disappeared into the like ether after 1993.
And I'm the same way because the whole time I was just like, huh. And sometimes I'm like, oh, that wasn't that good, or oh, that was good.
Well, even if I got to like, if you said like, sit down and make a list of the best Tom Cruise movies, where would I put this on the list? I don't think it would be in the top 20.
No.
But I feel like I could probably name you 15 Tom Cruise movies I really like, and I would not even consider this, and he was good in it.
You think you could name 15 Tom Cruise movies?
I definitely do.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to do it like right here live in studio, but yes, I feel sure that, dude, you couldn't name 15 Tom Cruise movies?
I don't know if I could, dude.
You can name 7 Mission Impossible movies.
Oh, that Mission Impossible I would just count as one.
Well, I mean, he's spread over a 15-year period, but I'm saying like you could definitely do that. Do I have to count both Top Guns as one? They came out 30 years apart.
Yeah,
40 years
Top
apart.
Gun just counts as one. What's the other one we did with him where he was a lawyer?
Yeah, Few Good Men.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's not even my favorite Tom Cruise lawyer movie from the early 90s.
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
And like if I'm making a list of Ed Harris movies, this isn't going to be on the list. If I'm making a list of Holly Hunter movies or Gary Busey or Gene Hackman, this isn't going to be on the list for any of, but they were all fine. They did good jobs.
Yeah, they weren't bad. I did like them. Holly Hunter's fantastic in the show The Mayor.
Great.
Did you see that with Ted Danson?
Yes, I did.
Oh my God. Why are you wearing sandals in the office? Oh, they're prescription. I have podiatric claustrophobia.
Why did you bet $800,000 for Ted Danson's skeleton? What an idea for a sitcom.
He buys the whole lot of the entire, every single one.
We can't just sit here all day listening to your classical music. I like big butts. I cannot lie. All right. How'd you rate this?
Yeah, so we can't give it 7.
No.
And I don't want to give it an 8, so I gave it a 6.5. Because, you said, it was good. I only gave it a 6.5 because I felt like I had to. I think I would have given it a 5.5 or a 6.
It's weird, man. I also got a 6.5 out of 10.
Ooh, nice.
For the exact same reason. And the first, it's 2.5 hours. It's way too long for me.
Oh, no wonder I couldn't finish it.
The first third, I was going, this is good. This is really moving. I like the music. Everyone's doing a good job. Like the tension's building.
Oh, man.
And then, that's like, so we're 45 minutes in, and then there's an hour 45 left. And that hour 45 left really drug on.
Dude,
me.
I had the same issue. So, I was watching it in spurts. You know how I roll. I can only watch it for so long before somebody walks in, and I got to make sure there's no guns or boobies on the TV. And, I'm watching it and I'm like, hey, this is all right. And I pause it to turn it off to watch the rest later. And I'm like, I must be halfway through, or we're getting pretty close to the climax here. We were not. We were, like you said, 45 in. And I was like, what the heck's going on?
But the thing is, it was a 500-page adaptation. The book is 500 pages long. The book is as complicated as this movie is. The book is considerably more complicated.
Right.
They actually simplified it a lot for the movie, and I think it was the right idea. But it still is just like, man, there's way too many characters and factions, and there's way too many storylines, and it's like the whole conclusion is way too convoluted.
Right.
And it just made it take way too long. I could tell that the director and the editors and the writers were trying to keep it tight, but there's just too much stuff going on.
Yeah, there is too much.
Like the beginning was freaking the first 5 minutes were tight as can be. I had it great opening, great music.
Right.
They did the whole setup. He's graduating from Harvard. He's going on his interviewed and graduated from Harvard and moved to Memphis. By the time the title card hits,
right.
I was like, that's awesome. They jumped right into it. I love that.
And dude, even after they did all that, there was a bunch of montages all together leading up to that. And I know how you like a montage, but
I love it.
That's not so much a training montage of fighting, but he blew through a lot of the stuff and they were moving it forward. And I was like, hey, all right. And then she came to a screeching halt.
But I don't know, dude, Mike, maybe have we gotten less patient in the last 30 years?
Oh, that's definitely a thing.
I know, but movies are still super long, dude. Freaking Christopher Nolan puts out 3.5 hour movies, and the Avengers movies are 3 hours plus.
Yeah,
but they're not complicated. It's just
right.
action set piece, action set piece.
That's what I'm saying.
Aliens, boobs, explosions, aliens with big exploding breasts. It's not. But I don't. So I'm like, dude, are we not able to sit through complicated plots anymore? And because clearly everyone saw this one a bunch when it came out.
Yeah. So I think that's definitely a thing. I know that if my stories go on too long in class, I can see kids just start drifting, and they're out. And I'm like, y'all haven't even got to the funny part yet. I had to tell you all this to set it all up. Like a freaking John Grisham thriller, you got to hear all the beginning parts to even understand what's going on.
I got to lay down the background.
Right. I'm sprinkling story dust on this, and I need to just get up there, trip over something, do a TikTok dance, and then walk out of the room, and they'll be like, this is the best class ever.
I like Stephen King. You like Stephen King. People try to tell me, oh, you got to read The Two Towers. I'm like, yeah, I tried to read it, but it was kind of boring. They're like, yeah, it gets really good around book 3. I was like, well, then I'm not reading. Make it good from the first book.
Yeah, I don't like
Why do
that.
I got to read 2 not good books to get to the good shit?
Yeah.
That's not how that's going to work.
Yeah, I've never read Two Towers because I knew it was just too long.
I got stuff to do.
Right.
I got to sit through this movie while I'm trying to watch freaking the Lakers Warriors at the same time because LeBron and Steph are in the playoffs.
What about the stupid show on HBO with the dragons?
Yeah, didn't watch that.
Yeah, me either. And that's when people are like, just try to watch it. You'd like it. Dude, by the second season, it really jumps off. I was like, all right, so it's an hour a piece, and there's 10. I got to spend 10 hours watching this. Well, the first one has some good stuff. I was like, oh man, I'm out.
It's funny how people have patience for a slow burn with TV because you can just put it on at the house, and if it's boring, you can go to the fridge and do something.
Right.
But if it's a movie, it's like, no, that sucks. I'm not doing that. But it's the people will literally say yeah, the first season's not very good. Just sit through that. It's what, sit through 8 to 10 hours of not very good to get to the okay part?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's how it is. That's how it goes.
I think if you don't catch it in the beginning for TV, it's very rare that I go back and watch anything because I'm not going to sit through.
The best scenes. I kind of I was confused. I didn't even have any scenes. I mean, I did, but I'm like,
I had one.
I was trying to think. Like, this movie was so long and so convoluted. At the end, I was like, there weren't really like points that jumped out to me. There was just like, I liked the first third and not after that.
Right.
But I got a couple. The first one I had was the park bench. Like Mitch, he's joined the firm, which turns out they're actually all crooked and they're fronting for the mafia.
Yeah.
And they send him to D.C. to go to some seminar, and the FBI like meets him there, and there's some cloak and dagger stuff, and they pull him out to talk to him, and he finally figures out that the firm is crooked AF, and they explain to him what's going on, and he realizes that he's kind of screwed because if he tries to leave, they'll kill him, and if he testifies, they'll kill him, and if he doesn't testify, the FBI will arrest everyone, including him anyway.
Right.
And he's like only been out of law school like 3 weeks, so he's worked his whole life towards this job, and now he realizes that he's immediately screwed.
He took the wrong job, even though And I like that part in the beginning where they're offering him the money, and he's like, "What's in the envelope?" He's like, they never say an actual number at first.
Yeah, I got that part too.
Yeah, when he never says an actual number, and he just said, "Well, I wanted to find out, the whoever had the highest bid," and then I just went 20% higher than that. And I was like, "Holy!"
Yeah, hell. I got that as a scene too.
Nice. Yeah, he chose the wrong one. Chose the wrong firm to work for, but it looked really good.
Well, the crazy thing is that he's like, this guy's supposed to be graduating top 5 in his Harvard law class. And the whole movie, he's supposed to be like this crazy smart lawyer. He's a wonder kid. Everyone's loving him.
Right.
But he's not smart enough to listen to his wife, who, when they go to visit the firm, she's like, "I don't like it. I get a weird vibe." And he's like, "Nah, it'd be great. Let's move to Memphis. It's hot as balls. They're going to pay me a lot of money." I'm like, dude, if you're that smart, you don't know to listen to your wife if she gets a weird vibe from the company.
I also got a weird vibe. It was weird. The whole thing was weird.
It's super weird.
Not like, I don't know, Eyes Wide Shut weird. Another movie with Sidney Pollack and Tom Cruise. Like, it was definitely weird.
But yeah, but I didn't have the park bench scene with him and talking to the FBI guy. There was a good quote there, but I didn't, because I had an hour 45 left. I didn't want to go back and rewind it to write down the quote, but it was something like, it's like, "Hey, if you testify, we'll put you in witness protection. You'll have your life back." And he's like, "That's not my life." He's like, "I go live somewhere else and like change my name, and I can't practice law anymore. I get disbarred, and then I just hope every time I start my car up, it doesn't blow up." He's like, "That's not." He's like, "Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm not doing that."
Yeah, he brings up the car blowing up again too. He's like, "You think I'm not going to sweat every time I turn the ignition?" Yeah, dude, that is a good scene, and I guess I should have put that down, but I did not. The first and only scene that I put down is the scene at the dog track when he meets with Ed Harris, and
I got that one too.
Yeah, they're going back and forth. I like how he was playing both sides, and Ed Harris was, trying to play hardball and was saying how he's a FBI agent and you can't do that kind of stuff. I'll just, I'll get local cops to take care of you. It doesn't even matter. And he was recording him the whole time. And then Holly Hunter calls him up and says, "Is this, what is his name? Wayne Terrence, I think. Is this Wayne Terrence?" He's like, "Yeah, this is he." And he's like, plays back the thing that he just recorded. Oh man, it was great. And then he ups the amount of money. He goes up to $1.5 million for that. That was good stuff. I like that whole.
Yeah, I had that one too. The Ed Harris was one of the FBI agents that was trying to get Tom Cruise to like testify against the firm. It's like, "Hey, you got to smuggle out documents. We know these guys are crooked. We just need some documents." And he's like, "If I give you documents, I'm going to be disbarred, and then I'm going to be in witness protection, and then I'm going to be exploded."
Right.
And Ed Harris is like, Tom Cruise is finally going to do it, but he's like, "Hey, here's what I need." He's like, "I want $1 million and a Cayman or in a Swiss bank account. I want my brother out of prison."
Right.
And Ed Harris gets all mad and starts like yelling at him. He's like, "You can't tell me what to do. I'm an FBI agent. I could beat the shit out of you. No one would even know." And Tom Cruise is recording him, and Holly Hunter's helping out. And it was friggin' awesome.
Yeah, it was way good.
I got that scene as well.
Yeah, that was a good scene. That to me was like, hey, he's pretty resourceful and he was getting stuff done. I like it.
Yeah, totally. And the third one I had is the one you already talked about, which is the interview scene, like really in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
When Tom Cruise, Mitch McDeere is going through interviews, getting out of Harvard Law School. He's going to be top 5 in the class. Everyone wants to throw money at him. And the firm Bendini, Lambert, and Locke in Memphis, Tennessee, they sit him down, they offer him an envelope, and he goes, "Everything in there, bonus structure, pay." And he goes, "Should I open it now?" And like the oldest, whitest haired firm guy is like, "Yeah, you can open it now." He's like, "But I would think that a lawyer of your caliber wouldn't need to open it to tell us what's inside the envelope."
Nice.
And so he starts like questioning him. He's like, did you put the offer together? And he's like, what were your instructions? And he's like, did you follow them to the letter? And the guy's like, yep. He said that we need to make you an offer. We don't want to lose you. And it's like, all right, so what'd you do? He's like, I bribed the clerk to tell me what your other offers had been. And then I added 20% to that highest one.
Yeah. And the whole time they're sitting in like this overly opulent room with like a chair that's built that you put in the foyer of a really big mansion in case you have a gentleman caller and he has to wait for you.
Yeah, the chair had like wooden legs and then like wooden arms, but then like a floral like cushion, like looked really uncomfortable. Like if it was at my grandma's house, I wouldn't be allowed to sit on it, but I wouldn't want to sit on it anyway. The legs were probably carved into like lion's feet, like that type of chair.
Yeah, I like
There's a name for that, but I don't know what it is. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
I can't believe your kid's not into that. What's wrong with him?
But then he takes the envelope home and he's like celebrating with his wife and he still hasn't opened it.
Yeah, because he knows.
Which I just love. I love that touch. And he said that $96,000.
Yeah, which is $193 now. Just like the $750,000 is like $1.8 million.
Yeah, although in the book it was $2 million and not $1.5 million.
Nice.
But yes, inflation has basically doubled that money.
That's pretty crazy. Inflation hasn't doubled my money.
No, it definitely hasn't doubled mine either. But yeah, that's it I got 3 scenes. You got just the one?
I mean, the scenes you said also stuck out to me because I remember them.
Man, I had a hard time, honestly. I'm like, what else? I mean, the end of the movie, the last kind of maybe 15 or 20 minutes, it starts to pick up speed again as they're tying up loose ends.
Right.
But that's not one scene. There's a group that's in the Caymans. He's at the frickin' firm, and he's also in the new office that he rented.
Jumping back and forth.
There's a chase scene. Like, I can't really count that. That's like a whole sequence of the movie, but I liked that part.
Yeah.
There's the really weird chase scene where he's on a freaking monorail or something. It's
like
not
gondola.
really a chase scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, gondola.
And the dude's like running on foot with it.
Yeah, because what I do is when I get to the end of the movie, if I don't have anything written down for scenes, I just think back, like, what's the parts, if I just think of the movie, like, what's the first stuff that jumps out?
Right.
And that's where I got my
What
scenes
about the
from.
part where he's like doing the Jackie Chan up on the thing and his sweat's dripping down on the ground?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Like at the very end when Wilford Brimley
he's like hiding on top of the sprinkler pipe.
Yeah.
Wilford Brimley and you know who the other guy is?
No.
Jigsaw from the Saw movies.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's name is Tobin Bell.
Holy hell. Yeah, that is him. That guy's a weirdo.
Super weird. Very weird.
I like him.
Quotes, and the quote that he had from the FBI where he's talking to Ed Harris and the FBI guy on the park bench was good, but I did not write it down. So, kind of didn't do my job there.
No.
What do you got?
I have 2 quotes. One is where Ed Harris and Tom Cruise are talking, and it's after everything's all done, and Ed Harris meets up with him, and he walks like Tom Cruise is like, I got mine, you get the rest of them. He's like, get him with what? Overbilling, mail fraud? Oh, that's exciting. And then that's when Tom Cruise is like shows like how well he did on the bar and stuff like that. Yeah. He's like, it's not sexy, but it's got teeth. $10,000 and 5 years in prison. That's 10 and 5 for each act. Have you really looked at that? Talking about the folder that he gave him. He's like, you have every partner in the firm on overbilling. That's 250 acts of documented mail fraud there. That's racketeering. That's a minimum 1,250 years in prison and $500,000 in fines. That's more than you had on Capone. And I was like, ooh, he knows all this stuff. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And that was a good scene too, because I mean, it's a little weird that the FBI guy who's been trying to get the firm doesn't understand that he's just been handed a bunch of mail fraud enough to make it a RICO indictment.
Right.
But I like that Cruise, because that's one thing that the book versus the movie crowd was actually just like, in the book, he goes from this really smart lawyer to like pretty soon he's actually Tom Cruise. He's jumping out of helicopters and shit.
Right.
And one thing the movie did well is that he was a smart lawyer in the beginning, and he ended up getting out of this situation with the firm by being a smart lawyer. He didn't do it by kicking asses. He didn't learn how to shoot people. He just was like, he figured out how to like, he was just like a crafty lawyer, and he got his way out. Like, I liked that part of how they wrapped this up. I wish we could have gotten there a little bit sooner, like 45 minutes or so.
Yeah. Start playing them off halfway through. The other thing is when Ira Lowenstein finally gets his boat, and he's standing there looking at Holly Hunter, and he's like, I love your crooked little mouth. And she's like laughing. She's like, well, that's not my best feature. He's like, wow, what is? I don't know what it was about the way he delivered that, because this character is different from every character I remember him playing.
Yep.
And I thought he did
because he's
job.
Ira Lowenstein in A League of Their Own. He's freaking Whistler and Sneakers.
Yeah, Whistler. That's what I'm saying. Like,
dude, David Straitharn, I love that guy, but this was a really against type for him, and I liked it.
But I thought he did a good job. Like, I liked the way he played.
He's great. Characters. My first character is Gene Hackman.
I have Gene Hackman on there. Avery Tolar. That wasn't his name
Tolar.
in the book, though. It was something else in the book, I feel like.
It might have been something else in the book.
I don't know.
I think it was, actually. He's Mitch's mentor at the firm. He's Tom Cruise's mentor. Dude, he's always a delight. He plays like a classic scoundrel in this movie, but it's totally believable. Like, he's clearly a scumbag. Like, he's in the Caribbean, like, just sleeping with prostitutes. He's like defrauding his clients. He's crooked as hell. But he's also like, he's like funny, and he's like, the firm frowns on drinking, and then he has like orders a freaking martini. He's like,
right.
I can do whatever I want though.
Yeah.
Or whatever he says.
I'm allowed one or something like that. Yeah. Dude, again, what's not to love about Gene Hackman?
I know. And I know we're past, in 93, we're past like peak Gene Hackman, but still when he's popping up in movies, I'm so happy. And I just love watching him work.
I really like it. I did read a little blurb about him and Tom Cruise though. Hackman's contract called for his name to come before the title in all the promotional materials.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise's contract called for his name and his name only to come before the title in all the promotional materials. So Hackman opted to leave his name off of it, making his presence a surprise to most audiences. And by the way, his name comes after Tom Cruise's, but before the title.
That's awesome, man. I love stuff like that. The like contractual stuff about whose name comes where in the movies and in the poster, and then you have to work it out.
I like it when they show the poster and there's like 3 people on the poster and they're standing there, like guy in the middle's crossing the arms, the other guy's like holding a bat, and then the other guy's like holding a gun. And the names don't match up because the names are in there because they're contractually obligated to put them in a certain
the name
order.
is not over the right person.
Right.
Yeah, and dude, looking at the Gene Hackman movies we're gonna get to do, like we got Little Bill Daggett, Sheriff Little Bill Daggett in Unforgiven. We got him there. We get him in The Firm. Next year we got Wyatt Earp and the Quick and in 95, The Quick and the Dead. Crimson Tide, Get Shorty.
That's my jam. Quick and the Dead.
96,
like
The Birdcage. Like 98, Enemy of the State. Like, we got some good Gene Hackman stuff still coming, even though he's kind of on the downhill side of things as far as his like career arc goes.
Yeah,
we're gonna get some really good Gene Hackman movies.
Dude, Enemy of the State was really good. Under Suspicion has Morgan Freeman, and I bought it in the 550 bin. It's in the year 2000. It's way good. We should do that one.
Talk to me in 2030 about that.
Yeah.
We'll definitely do Replacements in the year 2000, which he's also in.
Oh man.
We could talk again about Keanu's football skills.
Keanu, quarterback.
Dude, by that time, we might be able to get Keanu to come talk to us. We'll have to be nice to him.
Not a chance.
He's awesome.
He's going to be dead.
No, dude. Keanu's going to outlive me and you both easily.
Yeah, he will.
That's 7 years from now.
Oh, yeah.
Keanu's going to still look like he could be in Bill and Ted's, and me and you are going to be dead.
It's so weird that 2030 is 7 years from now.
Yeah, it's so weird that if you made Dazed and Confused now, it'd be set for people graduating in 2006 or whatever. God. Whatever that stat was from the last episode. Jesus.
Ridiculous.
All right, who's your next character?
I had Gene Hackman. I also had Wilford Brimley. He's the main hitman, but damn it.
Got the full-blown diabetes.
Every time I looked at him, I thought 2 things. Diabetes and The Natural. Dude, he plays the manager on The Natural with my favorite actor, Robert Redford.
Yeah.
And I don't know, dude. I just really like that movie. And it's not even a really good movie for it's not even a good baseball movie.
No, it's not. But it's a good movie, though.
Yeah, I liked it. And now that I've watched it, now that I'm like older, I get more references and I understand more about what it is. But he played freaking Pop Fisher on Natural, and I really, really liked it.
He's good. He's good in this. I liked it. I mean, this movie was, again, how did it completely disappear with everyone in it being good and doing a good job? Like, every time I was like, oh, dude, Wilford Brimley. Like, that's awesome. He's in this. Gary Busey is in the movie for like 15 minutes. That's awesome.
So this is my question. Do you think it's one of those things where it's like, oh, snap, it's so hard to figure out what's going on, and I was a little confused. Nobody wants to say that they didn't get it, and they didn't. So they just been like, oh, yeah, that was good. Let's never talk about it again. So every time somebody brings it up, they just change the subject because they don't want to be found out that they didn't know what was going on.
I don't know, man. I don't think you can make $270 million on a $42 million budget if it's not good enough for people to leave and then talk about it.
No, well, I'm with you. I mean, maybe to show that they're smart, they were like, oh, yeah. I saw that. It was really good. Really good. Tom Cruise in it. And he does the thing.
It's just weird for me because, I mean, maybe this was like a groundbreaking like genre movie, and now we've seen a bunch of these. But like, you know, when you left Avatar, you go, God, like you got to freaking see Avatar.
Right.
Like Wendy and I went and saw Air this week, and I texted you when we left. It's like, you got to go see Air.
Right.
It's freaking awesome. It's funny. The soundtrack is incredible. It's super interesting. Everyone's great. I can't imagine leaving the theater after seeing this and being like, you got to see The Firm.
So,
like, it's good. It's fine.
Did all right. Did okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
So I clicked on Legal Thriller, and it has like 1959, Anatomy of a Murder. And then the next one jumps to Jagged Edge in 1985. There's A Few Good Men in 92, The Firm, The Pelican Brief, Philadelphia, A Time to Kill, Devil's Advocate, The Rainmaker, Aaron Brockovich, Runaway Jury, Michael Clayton, stuff like that. So like...
Yeah, and the least favorite movies on that list that you just read are the ones that are Grisham adaptations.
Yeah, no,
like Devil's Advocate,
thinking.
count me in. Few Good Men, yeah, absolutely. Like Philadelphia, yes sir, I'm there. Like but the Grisham adaptations, I'm like, Runaway Jury, I don't care about it.
I
Time to
like Runaway
Kill,
Jury
Firm.
though, but you know how much I like
they're
John
fine.
Cusack.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm not. We can do it when the year comes, but I'm saying like, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know how to. I can't spend like we're already 40 minutes in. I don't know why this happened the way that it did.
Are we gonna do Lincoln Lawyer with what's his name? All right,
McConaughey. All right. Yeah, dude, we can totally do that. I don't think
I've
I like legal thrillers.
Yeah.
This one is confusing to me because I don't know why it did so well. Like, I'm not upset about it. It's not like
right.
Captain Ron, like which
if
didn't
you were,
do well.
If you,
but like, I just don't get it.
If you were in charge of all the money, you wouldn't have given it this much.
I mean, I would have given it my amount of money, which I'm sure I did. I rented it, but it's just confusing that it did as well as it did, honestly.
Yeah, I looked at the list. I own it, so I don't know. It's probably still in the plastic.
Yep. So you got Hackman and Wilford Brimley. My second character is Cruz.
Yeah,
just because I think he's. It's hard to do this movie with someone else in this role. I mean, it probably would work, but he's just. Dude, he's like that maniacal intensity that he ends up being so well known for is like full on display. Like he's like now we just know like Tom Cruise is always turning it up to 11. That's the thing that he does. But I don't think we knew that in 93.
Right.
And you know, back to back, he's playing really smart lawyers. So luckily he does not get typecast. He's able to break away from that and do other stuff.
Right. Do you think he's really smart?
No, I don't think he's really smart at all. But I think he's insanely driven.
Yeah. So I always wonder that because I see like, not that Morgan Freeman's not smart. He's probably way smarter than me. He's older than me. The point is when I see him talk on like, when he gets interviewed, they're talking to him like he is God or that he came up with all that stuff that he said about the universe, but he was just reading it for the TV show.
No, I think Cruise is an insane person. As far as making movies that I enjoy, that's good. And as far as being a human on the world that I'm on, that's not good.
Yeah.
But dude, like I heard Matt Damon talking about in the last couple weeks on a podcast or something, I think.
Yeah.
I think he was like, I was in London when he was doing Edge of Tomorrow, and I'm friends with Emily Blunt. We all went out and ate dinner, and he was telling me about an idea he had for an action sequence in a movie that he was going to do. And he's like, I had this idea for this killer action sequence, and the safety guy said that I couldn't do it, so I got a new safety guy.
Oh, man.
And so Damon was like, okay, that's why this guy is Tom Cruise. He's a maniac. Like if I was doing a Bourne movie and I had an idea for a cool action sequence and the guy that the studio hired to keep me safe said I couldn't do it, I would just go, well, that was a cool idea. It's too bad I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But Tom Cruise is like, that. Let me get a new safety guy until I find someone who will tell me I can do this thing.
Yeah.
That's just how he's wired. That's how he is.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
He wants it and he goes and gets it. Again, he is crazy. And there's a lot of stuff that I don't agree with that he does. But man, every time he starts running in a movie, I get excited.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is this isn't is this the start of like I run in every movie? Because he full on sprinted in this one, and I don't think he had to. Like, I wonder first of all, his wife. Do you know how to say her name? Is it just Jeanne Tripplehorn?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Jeanne Tripplehorn. She almost made my list. She did a really good job. I didn't like her character, but she did a good job.
Right.
And she's been around forever, and she's always good.
Right.
But yeah, she sprints out of the house, and he sprints after her, and it's like a really long tracking shot of him sprinting, like in a suit with suspenders.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like Tom Cruise really asked for that.
Yeah.
I feel like he went to Sidney Pollack, and I was like, you know what would be great is if we sprinted even further, because I'm good at running.
Is he though? Do you feel like he's
not
good?
really? I don't think he's good at running, but I think he thinks he's good at running. I think it's important to him that he runs a lot. I'm not gonna lie, he's like whatever 60 something now. I'm 40 something. If I tried to sprint, all my shit would explode. Ankles, knees, hips, groin, hamstrings, they would all go immediately. So props to Tom Cruise.
Let's see. There's a whole dude. There is an entire website called itsastampede.com, which is Tom Cruise running movies in order.
All right.
Wow.
Not enough deodorant in the universe for that.
I kind of want to know though, like which one that he runs in first.
What's the first movie on that list on that website?
I already closed it off because she said about the deodorant, so I closed it. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm going back in my head. I'm like, did he sprint in Risky Business? I don't think he did. I don't think he did in Born on the 4th of July. I'm sure he did in what's the Rubbins Racing?
Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder.
Yeah, he definitely runs in that.
He definitely runs in Far
and that's
and 1990. So I think, yeah, he does.
Yeah, he runs.
Yeah, he runs to get his land. I think Days of Thunder might have been the first one, 1990.
Well, you know what I'll have by the next time we do a Tom Cruise movie is a list of all of his movies that he runs in.
That's good because we're going to do plenty of Tom Cruise movies. Anyway, who's your next character?
I have Tom Cruise, Gene Hackman, and Wilford Brimley, so that's all three.
Nice. Holly Hunter's the third for me.
Great.
She's such a good actor. This is such a random part, but I thought she did a lot with a little. It wasn't like that was an amazing part, but she just is so delightful.
Yeah, dude, she was she had 20 scenes, and she was on the screen for an average of 18 seconds per scene for a total of 5 minutes and 59 seconds.
Yeah, like she was not, I mean, she played an important role in the movie, but she's just so good that I was like, God, she's awesome. I'm just so happy she's here. I mean, like, I got to leave out Jeanne Tripplehorn, who's really good. I got to leave out Ed Harris, who's really good.
Yeah.
I got to leave out David Straitharn, who's really good. I got to leave out Wilford Brimley. I got to leave out Gary Busey, Paul Sorvino as the Bob guy. Like,
from Goodfellas.
There's a bunch of good people in this movie. But Holly Hunter,
even
I love
Jelly
Holly Hunter.
was in it. You want a fresh one?
Was it chrome? I can see my reflection.
Doc, I can't get it up. You mean sexually? No, for the big game against Michigan. Yes, sexually.
Analyze this. I think that's in the late 90s too. We're definitely doing that.
We should definitely do that one.
All right, writers, directors, kind of bonus good stuff. I got Sidney Pollack as the director.
Yeah.
Oscar winner, Best Director and Best Picture for 1985's Out of Africa.
Yeah.
Starring Meryl Streep and Jeff. Do you happen to know who else starred in that movie?
I don't know. Robert Redford?
Robert Redford.
Yeah.
Pollack also directed in the early 80s Jeremiah Johnson and 3 Days of the Condor, both also starring, Jeff, you want to guess?
Freaking Robert Redford.
Robert Redford.
Yeah. They're good
Sidney
friends.
Pollack's a great director, Oscar winner, works with the same people, like same
Tootsie.
cinematographers and Tootsie, same editors, same composers,
right.
Same actors over and over again.
Yeah. I seriously didn't realize he was a director.
Yeah.
I thought he was an actor. I remembered him from the random things he was in.
He's been in a couple of random things as an actor. I always get him confused with both Sidney Poitier and Jackson Pollock.
He's the bastard love child of the both of them.
He's the secret third person between those two in my brain. The Venn diagram. But he's great. He's a great director. We'll do some more Sidney Pollack.
Yeah, I'm sure
movies.
we will.
I think looking at his list, I was like, oh, he's got some stuff on there that we're going to do. And he produced some stuff that we also really like executive producer, Talented Mr. Ripley.
Nice.
Sliding Doors.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Yes, it was. Michael Clayton. Yeah, so, and then as a director, actually, he's not directing a ton after this.
Yeah.
We may not do another movie of his that he directs, but we'll definitely do some stuff he produced.
Writers. There was two guys, David Rave and David Raphael. I didn't recognize anything else they did.
David Ray, Robert Towne, and David Rayfield. One of those guys works kind of just with Sidney Pollack, so I feel sure he kind of was brought in to do a little script doctoring.
Yeah. Robert Towne did some stuff that I recognize, though. He is uncredited for writing on the Godfather, Bonnie and Clyde, Chinatown, Heaven Can Wait. Did Days of Thunder with Cole Trickle. Mission Impossible 1 and 2 and Crimson Tide.
Robert Towne is the most like accredited of all of those guys as far as that goes.
Unless you count John Grisham, and he's been on the New York Times bestseller 47 weeks, 42 weeks, whatever you said.
A lot of weeks. That's just for this book.
Yeah.
He's written 28 consecutive #1 sellers.
Wow. He has a whole bunch of them that made movies, though. Time to Kill, The Firm, The Chamber, The Client, A Painted House, Pelican Brief, Rainmaker, Runaway Jury, and Skipping Christmas.
He's doing okay. He's doing fine for himself.
He's probably doing okay.
The composer, Dave Grusin, jazz composer, film composer, he's got Grammys and Oscars. The score is basically only piano, nothing else. And there was parts of it that I really liked, and there's parts of it I was like, that's way too loud.
Yeah.
But I think part of it's just that this movie is too long, and there's not a lot of action happening. Like, it's literally a steady shot of Tom Cruise riding a freaking gondola. What are you supposed to do there except have some music playing to make that interesting? Because it isn't interesting.
Keep flipping back to friggin' Jigsaw running on.
You got to go back to Jigsaw, who's like sprinting to.
Right.
So like I don't blame him, and he got an Oscar nod for this music, which I guess good for him.
Good for him.
Dude, I'm not lying. The first 45 minutes, I wrote down like this score is awesome. I really like the piano score. Yeah. And then an hour after that, when we still had 45 minutes to go, I was like, all right, I could take less piano at this point.
It's like when you go see a guy play music and all he has is the piano, so he's trying to fancy it up, and he's like beating on the side of it and plucking the strings with his fingers, and
yeah, or it's like you go see Carrot Top and you're like, this guy's hilarious. And then an hour later, you're like, he just keeps pulling stuff out of his trunk and then saying what it is. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's all there is.
I like that. You know how I feel about Carrot Top.
I do too. I went and saw Carrot Top. I don't know. When was that he came to Southeastern?
That was so good too.
I was in my high school or maybe in my early 20s. It was great. It was hilarious.
That was way before he started like lifting and going like.
Yeah, it was before he got all jacked and weird looking.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't weird looking before.
All right, he was weird looking before. Carrot Top, by the way, is worth like $75 million. So anytime someone rips Carrot Top, I like to point out, like, if you list the comics who are really loaded, you're talking about like Seinfeld and Chappelle before you name Carrot Top. You don't get very far down the list.
Right.
Like, that dude has crushed it.
He's doing a great thing. That's why. It's super funny.
And everyone loves to hate on prop comics, including me. But anyway, let's go into the worst. I already said my first worst. Why is this guy smart enough to graduate top 5 at his law firm not listen to his wife when she says that she gets a weird vibe?
It's not even not listening to his wife. Is he just blinded by the money? Like, can't you see that there's some kind of nefarious stuff going on? Like,
and maybe I'm a cynical person, but if someone tries to be nice to me for no reason, I'm immediately like, you can't have any of my money. I'm not buying it. I don't want to. I don't care I don't care what you're giving me for free. I'm not interested.
Yeah, I could see that a lot. Haven't you ever tried this before? It's going to make you feel rejuvenated and your skin's going to look beautiful. All you got to do is sleep on this pillowcase and I'll give you the first one for free.
Dude, I went to T-Mobile to get a new cell phone, to get a new number added to our cell phone plan for our like nanny. Yeah. And I was like, hey man, we just need to add a line to the plan. He's like, oh, cool. He's like, have you heard about our new? And I was like, dude, I don't want to hear about the new, whatever. I don't care. Please don't. And he's like, yeah, do you do any like streaming at home? Do you do Netflix or anything? I was like, dude, I'm not buying anything other than I want an extra line added to the plan. Right. Like I don't want to hear about the new things that you guys have. Like I don't care about whatever deals you're bundling. Like I know you have to, but like I'm telling you, just skip it. I just want the one thing.
You don't need a brand new iPhone 14 Pro?
Yeah, that I can finance for 4 years.
Right.
Like, I don't blame the kid because, like, he's making no money and he has to do that or he gets yelled at.
Right.
But I was like, just skip to the end of that and then just go where I hand you money and you give me the extra SIM card.
Dude, there's a lot of people that don't want to take your money.
Other worst is that they take Tom Cruise down to the Cayman Islands. Like, they do a bunch of banking down in the Caymans. He goes with Gene Hackman and they're on the beach and like some Caribbean prostitutes hitting on him in the bar. And he's like, hey, it's not happening. And then he leaves and he stumbles across some kind of altercation with a guy who's like beating his woman and he breaks him up. And then the woman's like, sprained her ankle, and so he's going to like tear off a part of his shirt and wrap it around her ankle or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I've taken first aid a bunch of times. I never learned that move.
Yeah.
But then he ends up hooking up with that girl that he saved, and then the firm takes pictures of him, and Wilford Brimley's like, hey, I found these pictures. You should be really careful because the FBI could use those to blackmail you. I got your back, though.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, so also, how does a guy this smart get literally taken in by the honeypot?
Right.
That's one of the oldest maneuvers that there is.
And she was cute, I guess, but not that hot.
Well, I mean, it's not even about that. It's like his firm was clearly like, we're going to take the young guy down to the freaking Caymans, get him loaded on rum drinks, and then have someone have sex with him, and then take pictures of him, and then use that to blackmail him. Like, that's literally that's the honeypot. That's one of the oldest tricks in the book.
Right. Yeah, all of those are worse scenes. Dude, I didn't even write down any worse scenes. I had the same problem I had with the main scenes. Like, I couldn't remember any of them. So, like,
it wasn't that was worse. It was just like, if this guy's supposed to be so smart, he can take down this whole firm of mafia lawyers. How is he not smart enough to know that they just did that to him?
Right.
Like, why doesn't he immediately recognize those things?
Right.
It wasn't that it was a bad scene. Like, I understand why the firm does that and why it works, but why didn't he recognize? Like, if an idiot like me recognizes it, why does not top 5 Harvard Law Tom Cruise recognize that?
Maybe you only recognize it because there's this guy playing percussive piano over it, so you know you're supposed to feel a certain way.
I definitely felt a certain way. Worst effects? There's not really a lot of effects in this movie. Did you have anything?
No, I didn't. I had some old tech though.
Well, yeah, shitloads of that. Go ahead.
Everybody's using payphones. They're faxing stuff back and forth. He's typing on something called Westmate 4.02. So I looked it up. That's not a real thing. It was never a real thing. It's just made for the movie, apparently.
All their copy machines are like the size of rhinoceroses. They're freaking huge.
Dude, the copy machines at school are like that. They're like, look, if you got to run copies, just go into the copy room, and it's just literally a room that holds 4 machines, and it takes up almost all the space.
Everyone's smoking all the time. Holly Hunter's smoking like Virginia Slim 1000s like my grandmother used to. They're like 9 inches long.
They're like tiny little coffee stirrers that you can all in one drag. Yeah, people are like smoking inside and stuff. It was weird. At restaurants, like just smoking at the counter where they were eating. But when my students realized there used to be a smoking section in the restaurant and that it was right next to the non-smoking section, they lost their minds. They're like, what do you mean? I was like, no, just literally like on the other side of a half wall was the smoking section.
Yeah, the smoking section and the non-smoking section were separated by air, basically.
Right.
So there was nothing to keep the smoke from going all over the restaurant.
Right.
And like it was before our day, but like, dude, planes are still built with like ashtrays on them.
Yeah.
I mean, not the new ones, but like a lot of planes that are still in service.
Right.
Especially in our lives as we were flying, like people just be like, just freaking lighting up in planes, like in a sealed tube, like sailing through the Earth's atmosphere while people are smoking all around you.
It's funny you mention that because while I was on HBO Max, I came across The Goods.
Yeah.
Do you remember that movie?
No.
It has Jeremy Piven in it, and he's a car salesman. And it's got Ving Rhames in it, and there's a part in there where he wants to smoke on the plane, and the girl tells him he can't, and he points at the ashtray. He's like, honey, don't you realize back when everything was good? Because the whole idea is he can talk his way into any situation.
Yeah.
And he talks his way into smoking on the plane.
If you tell me that your pitch is Jeremy Piven as a car salesman, I'm in, because that sounds amazing.
I thought it was going to be way funnier than it was, but it was still pretty funny. Neil Brennan is the guy who directed it.
Nice.
The guy
I like
with
that guy.
that does all that stuff with Chappelle.
So, do you have any more worst?
No, I don't.
5 questions? Is it okay for kids? No, it's rated R.
Yeah, it's rated R, but dude, so I don't think I said 13 was my age that I said would be okay for 13 or 14, but they wouldn't be into this. They would halfway through, they'd be like, what the hell's going on? Turn this off.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There wasn't really any nudity. There was like 1 or 2 shootouts that weren't even very bloody.
Right.
There wasn't a lot of swear. It's not like a kid couldn't watch this movie, but I don't know why they would want to.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I watched this when I was this age. Maybe I probably was one of those people like you were talking about who didn't really get it, but was telling people it was really good.
Oh yeah, I saw it. It was really good.
Because I don't get it as an adult, so I don't know how as a 13-year-old I would have been like,
Tom Cruise
awesome.
did the thing with it's on the beach and he's got
He ran, he had suspenders on, it was great.
With the briefcase and stuff. It's very firm.
Would this movie get made if it were pitched now? I mean,
probably.
Again, who pitches it? It's not very expensive.
Yeah.
It's not very interesting, but yeah, they still make plenty of legal thrillers, and people still go see them. So
I don't know how you sell
TV
it,
show,
though.
I'm sure.
How do you sell this? All right, so it's a whole firm full of tax lawyers from Memphis.
You just say John Grisham, and they go, sold.
Oh, jeez.
Well, dude, the story about how this script got optioned is actually crazy because he'd written A Time to Kill, which didn't do very well. He'd just gotten out of law school, and he said, "I'll give it another however many months, and then I'm just going to go get a job."
Yeah.
And like the day he finished The Time to Kill, he started writing The Firm, and then when The Firm was like not quite done, like he had an early draft of the manuscript, he sent it to his agent, and his agent was like, "This is great, keep working on it." And his agent shopped it to some studios, and before the manuscript was even done, the studios were already bidding on it.
That's crazy.
So like it was pretty clear before he was even done with the book that like, oh, this one's going to do really well, and we're going to throw money at you. I think it was like $600,000 to option it before it was even published.
So yeah, it could get pitched. It could get done again if it was pitched.
I think, yeah, as a TV show, I think, right?
Sure. I mean,
the movie was a lot more successful than the TV show, but it just seems like the sort of thing that would be better as like episodic television.
So I would definitely say a TV show. Did you find a lead?
I was thinking, I feel like this kid, if you were going to redo this as a movie, I could see it being like a star vehicle for somebody like Tom Holland or a Timothée Chalamet, like somebody who's like almost leading man, but not quite, but like wants to show that like he's intense and he can run while wearing a suit, like that type kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm sure there are other people in that same kind of class, but those were the first two that I thought of.
Like
Miles Teller is another one, like a kind of young, like leading man type of guy. It'd be cool to do it now when they redo stuff like High Fidelity. They'd redo it and they have a female lead instead of a male. So it'd be even better to put like a female in there.
Dude, this one was supposed to be a female in the movie. That's how Sidney Pollack wanted to do it.
Oh, nice.
It was going to be Meryl Streep that played it, but then they nixed that. Which is why Gene Hackman and Tom Cruise's like relationship seems really weird in the beginning.
Right,
it's like a bromance. Is because of that. The person I picked is Dylan O'Brien. I think I picked him for something else once before, but I like that dude. He's the guy from like Maze Runner and like
I like that guy.
There's a movie American Assassin
American Assassin. I liked him in that movie. Yeah, he's 31. I feel like he could
31.
Totally do
See,
this.
that's the thing. Tom Cruise is 60 now.
Yeah, he is. He's 60.
60. So he was 30
so
when
he's
he played
30.
it. So this is perfect. Dylan O'Brien. Final answer.
Done and done.
Done and done.
Can you still watch and enjoy this movie in 2023?
6.5 out of 10, I can.
6.5 out of 10. Yeah, same. I could definitely watch the first third.
Yeah.
If I had more time, I would try to do like, because I want to, like, this movie did really well. I'd like to do more like, how do I fix this? I didn't have, the freaking movie took so long.
Yeah.
Because I got so much other stuff going on. Plus, it's the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have spent some time thinking about how I could have fixed this.
Right.
Like the first third I liked, and the last 20 minutes was good. That means there's like an hour 15 in the middle I got to somehow either get rid of or tighten way up.
Yeah, and you're always really good at going through and being like, yeah, we just didn't even need this character. That would have been fine to get rid of them.
Dude, I just do the David Ryan Harris music producing philosophy. You just take out everything that you don't have to leave in.
Right. That's a good
Everything
call.
that's not mandatory, you just get rid of.
That's a good way to do it. Cool. So what's the next movie?
The Sandlot.
Sandlot. Badass. Can't
Yeah,
wait.
we're going to try to see if we can get one of the actors to come and talk to us. I don't know how much time we'll have, whether we'll be able to set that up, but we're going to reach out to a couple of them and see if anybody wants to come talk to us about that movie.
It's being released on my anniversary. Can't wait. That's what we'll do
For
that
the,
night is we'll listen to our podcast. Because my wife likes listening to us talk.
That'll be cool. That'll be a good change for you to listen to the podcast.
I listen to it every time.
So, yeah, well, hopefully we'll have a guest. We'll see if we can get that figured out. But if not, we'll have a movie that we really like, and we'll talk about that.
Really like.
If you like what we're doing and you want to support us, you can always go to our website, movielifecrisis.com, and support us on Patreon.
Support the arts.
That gets you some bonus content for supporting the arts. Or you can join our Discord, or you can just keep listening here. We always really like that too.
Yeah, it's freaking great.
Bye, con Dios.
Bye, con Dios.
Thanks for listening to Movie Life Crisis. Please subscribe, rate, and review, and remember, don't drive angry.